Alright, so in this video I'm assuming that you've already finished modeling all four parts. So you got the bottom, the front, the left and the right, and then your top. I wanted to talk to you because you probably haven't added holes yet for your top piece. So let's talk about how you can go about doing that. So what you're going to want to do is open your existing top piece first off in Inventor. And then what we're going to do now is start adding holes for your followers in the top piece. The first thing you're going to want to ask yourself is probably how big are those holes, and the second question is where are they located. So first off, let's talk about how big they are. So if I click on my hole tool here, you can see how big I made mine. So I made mine 0.375. Now the reason I made mine that size is because I had planned for using the square dowels to go through the top. So the square dowels were a little bit bigger, and I added a little bit on the diameter, and I'm going to be using a 0.375 drill bit to drill those holes. So there is the answer to your first question, which is how big are they. Your next question should be, well, where are they located, and how do I do this? So what you're going to want to do is make a new sketch, and I'm just going to delete this for right now. So you're going to want to do a new sketch on this face. And if you remember when we did our layout work for our box, we drew a line, a horizontal line right across the middle. So we want to do that in here in Inventor as well, so we can figure out where the middle of that is at. And if I remember correctly, yes, this is 4. So I'm going to draw a construction line. So I'm going to go line, and then I'm going to use this construction tool right here. And then I'm going to snap to the midpoint. I'm going to just hover over the middle of the line. You'll see the green dot pop up. And then boom, I'm snapping right at that 2-inch or middle of the box there. And I'm just going to left click over here and then hit escape. So I pretty much just drew a line from midpoint to midpoint. And now this distance is 2 and this is 2. So that's exactly the plane that I want those holes on. I'm going to turn off the construction button because I'm done drawing in construction layer. And I simply just want to add in the centers of where I want my holes now. So this is where you need to figure out your own part and figure out where you want those holes located. So I'm going to go point, but I know it has to be on this line somewhere. So I know I want two holes. So I'm going to just click twice on that line and then hit escape. Now I need to add in the dimensions, and again, this is where you need to make some decisions and determine how far apart and where you want these holes. So you're going to want to add in at least, a dimension here. Maybe you want to go from hole to hole then, or maybe you want to go off this edge. So you need to figure out the spacing and where you want those holes located. Now, after you type in those dimensions and you determine, what you want, now I'm just making stuff up. Don't follow my numbers here. Let's say that's what you wanted. Once you hit finish sketch, now you simply just go back into that hole tool, type in your diameter 0.375, whoops, and then you can hit OK, and then you can save it, and then you have your top piece all done. And then if you already did the assembly, you'll just have to open the assembly and do a quick save again to update. It'll automatically update your changes to the top piece.